What is going on, guys and girls? It is GhostRobo, and this is Strider, a brand new downloadable game for PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Xbox 360 and PS3, but something new to play on next gen. My ears instantly perked up. It's developed by Double Helix. You may know them as the fine folks who did Killer Instinct for the Xbox One launch lineup, but more recently they were in the news because they were purchased by Amazon for whatever games endeavor the giant website has in store. This game, though, is $15, and like I mentioned, available just about everywhere. This is not a walkthrough, it's more a taste of Strider, give you a chance to see what the game's like, hear my thoughts and opinions, and decide if it's worth it to you. It's very fast, it's very ferocious and frenetic, and it borrows a lot from the Metroidvania school of design. I'd kind of compare this in a weird way, a mixture of Shadow Complex and Mega Man with a heavy emphasis on combat and speedy movement. As you can see from these sword strikes, it's absolutely freaking bananas. Strider has been resurrected as a character. He's been dead for decades pretty much. He appeared in some fighting games, but this is his first actual game, and I'm enjoying it. I played for a while. It has everything you'd expect, checking the boxes of Metroidvania type games. You've got a giant map with lots of things to find on them, a huge world map of all these zones. We've got customization in terms of costumes. We've got abilities, and so the way it goes is you navigate around this world, fighting against these awesome bosses. There's so many of them. Mini bosses, big bosses. I fought a giant mecha dragon in the sky, and you acquire abilities that not only enhance your combat, but also your movement and exploration ability, as they should. Okay, this room looks pretty devilish. They have an emphasis on definitely challenging you with some navigational difficulty as well. And Strider has these super sweet hooks that allow him to climb on like any surface. I don't know what kind of bicep drills and training this guy does, but seriously, his arm strength is out of this world. He's like attaching steel onto steel and just never cares. He can hang on as long as he wants, his scarf flying in the distance. So we'll show off combat now here. You have a double jump, you have a charged sword attack to get through shields, you have basic sword strikes, and you have a pretty good control over them. I can go sideways, I can go diagonal, I can go down, I can go up. So you feel like you have a lot of variety with one button. This is all one button, but I can do a lot of different things with it. A slide, like I said, a double jump, a down smash attack, and many of these can be used for navigational purposes as well. We're kind of always constantly chasing objectives. It's one of those games where you just keep your eye on the mini-map and keep your eye on whatever target you're going towards. So we got 71 meters left, and we're constantly progressing. There isn't a whole lot of downtime in this game. There are cutscenes, and there are some, dialogue bits. It's kind of this goofy Russian, story of facing off against these Russian robots and this whole piece of madness. But it looks really nicely. It's not like a graphical showpiece for PS4 or any next-gen console. It's not like the best-looking game or something like that. But it's pretty, and they do a lot with lighting that I think make it achieve a very unique style all its own. It's got sort of a mixture between cel-shaded, but also 3D, and they kind of light things in a very really bright way, I think, that gives it like this kind of unique flair. I think the game is pretty challenging. I won't say that it's impossibly hard or like it's going to give you fits. I think I've died twice so far, and they seem to be quite generous checkpoints. If you die in movement, then you just respawn instantly. If you die in combat, it seems to put you back at a checkpoint. We're going to transport out of here and I think head towards a new area. You also have sort of more magic style attacks that I'll show off in a second, but the game is a lot of fun. I really enjoy these more mechanically driven experiences that feel old school in a way. The bosses are very pattern based. There's a lot of that kind of stuff going on that I really enjoy. We're looking for power sources. I've been through a village, I've been in a temple, I've been in like a train station type environment, in this military complex, and I don't even know what the heck you'd call this place right now, but I fought a lot of really crazy bosses. There's mini bosses, seems like every little bit, so we should probably end up running into one sooner rather than later. I like to keep my sword charged here. As you saw, we can reflect bullets. That is the latest power-up that I picked. Health stations here. If you want to just look at the HUD, green is health, red is sort of this It's not magic, but that's what I'd call it. I'll show it in a second. And then there's a charge meter on the left. If you fill that up, getting a bunch of hits without being hit, you sort of activate like a hyper mode, which is pretty cool. It's hard to get, though, because there's a ton of enemies on screen for the most part. Each individual one isn't very challenging, but the multitude of them all around, you're going to take hits. And if you're not focused, you will lose health very quickly. They have placed a bunch of little health orbs around the levels for you in combat scenarios, so it's not like one of those things where you're getting constantly frustrated, even if it is hard. See, there's a challenge orb right there, deflected that bullet back. Let's see if I can get one. Oh god, okay. I'm just going to go up on the wall and take him down. I was going to try to reflect it and make it all cool. Oh gosh. This guy doesn't look friendly. I kind of feel like this game, in some ways, feels a little bit like DMC. Now, of course, the combo system is nowhere near as deep, but just from a speed standpoint, you're constantly leaping around, constantly moving. It's definitely a much more involved combat than like Shadow Complex or recent endeavors in sort of the Metroidvania style. That guy, goodbye, good night, I'm now going down. I don't know if that's right, but we're gonna take the train of the elevator down with us. You know, he has a lot of mobility, he feels ninja-like, and it's a good example of like making you feel very empowered while still having challenge. A lot of games kind of stink at that. I'm guessing, I've never seen this, I'm guessing it's because I'm really low on health that the screen is getting all freaky. Or maybe not, I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Lockdown in cell block 4.
Oh gosh. These things are really annoying. It's an alarm system. Yeah, it definitely was a low health indicator. The alarm system lets you know that you gotta do something, and it's really loud. So I'm gonna try to shut this off as briskly as possible.
You are very lost, stranger. You, yes, you are a Strider. I've seen you guy before. I've seen him here when...
What do you know of Striders, prisoner?
So, you are a Strider. My prayers have been answered. My message received.
What message?
You will never enter the tower, though. Not unless you destroy the links. Yes, the links.
What links? Speak clearly.
Technology is the link. I made it. But now I sit. You need the Black Marketer.
Where is this Black Marketer?
He dwells in the underground. He leads the rebellion, protects the citizens. Technology, unlock, assassination, yes!
Okay, that guy was pretty crazy. Up close, I wouldn't say it's that impressive visually, but from a more pulled-out perspective, I likened it a little bit to Resogun. You know how that game on PS4, it looks pretty. It's not like, oh my god, the most realistic spaceship ever, but they do a lot with lighting and colors to make it feel next-gen. Strider sort of reminds me kind of that. Like, they do a lot with lighting and color to make you be like, dang, this game looks really good, even if it's not like, hey, it has the most realistic visuals on the planet, because it sure doesn't. And up close, it does look a little goofy, and I don't think that the cutscenes of the story are anything to write home about, although, ouch, they are a nice little extra if you're looking for a little more narrative in your downloadable game. Okay, we gotta climb these prison barracks, it looks like. I really like that they've added so much environmental navigation at speed, too. It's not like a slow kind of navigation. You're not like just, I gotta find my way around here. It's pretty brisk, and I like the fact that you can climb onto everything. The character just in general feels really nice to control. Shut up, Alarm Man.
Security protocols have been overridden by outside sources. All personnel protect all access points to the gauntlet.
Uh-oh. The gauntlet.
Pilot, Black Market.
Alright, to the black market we go. Way down there. It doesn't have D-pad support. I've seen a lot of people complain about this. To me, it doesn't matter. I like controlling Strider Hero with the analog stick. It feels good to me. But just note that there is not D-pad support, which seems like something you would have in a very movement-focused 2D style combat game. So I'm a little confused as to why they didn't add that in. But for me personally, it's not a negative. I just wanted to point it out in case that's something that would bug you. I don't think I can get through there. I don't think I can get out of this room at all. Yeah, that's just the alarm room. So we're gonna have to go down and out of here. Try to find a different way. Let's pull up the map. Okay, so we're gonna have to slide down to the right. There is a little bit of backtracking, but they do kind of refill, at least in my experience, refill the areas with enemies, so you're never just like running aimlessly. This is probably the longest you'll see Strider go without combat. Before you know it, they kind of populate the areas yet again with more dudes. Can I drop down here? Yeah. As you can see, hello, our little break is over. And I'm hoping that we'll run into a boss or something in the near future, because that's what really speaks to me the most about this game and what I really love a lot. I like those bosses that are pattern-based. I like the ones that require you to figure it out and focus and do your absolute best. So we'll jump down here, collect some health orbs, and definitely don't be shy. Let me know in the comments what you think of Strider, if it's a game that looks like you might be interested in picking up. Like I said, it's available on 5 platforms, so you can get it pretty much anywhere, except obviously the Nintendo consoles. And I have to say that I think it's well worth the price of admission. I've heard the game is about 5 to 6 hours long. I've been playing for about an hour and a half at this point, and I've enjoyed every second of it. It starts a little slow when you don't have your abilities, but as long as you're aware that you do acquire a bunch along the way, I think I've already picked up 4 or so, then there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, survive the prison gauntlet. Okay, cool. I'll get to show you this ability, which is my mechanical bird that flies through the sky and tears people up. You can acquire other things. They're called options, which I think is weird, and they're tied to the triggers, and then a button press. So even though you're not like swapping weapons or anything, it does have a little bit of that kind of DMC vibe, because there is a bunch of options, or at least enough options for combat. We picked up a pretty sexy trophy there for doing that without getting touched. Oh gosh. Ah! Don't squish me. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of things in the environment that will try to kill you, that will try to smush you, and ow, that's an instant death. So smartly, if you die instantly from okay, if you die instantly from environmental hazards, how am I gonna do this? If you die from environmental hazards, it respawns you instantly. But when I've died from like a boss fight, I have to go back and to a checkpoint. So it seems to be that's how they're handling things. I like the ability to be able to attack guys basically from any angle, that you can kind of get in here and tear dudes apart from beneath, from above, from the side. Some speedy games, like dare I say Sonic or something, you kind of feel out of control at points. But here I feel like I have full control over the character at all times. I know when he's moving, I know where he's going, even though it is very speedy. And in some ways, like this out of control type movement, I feel like I have total control over Strider and know exactly where he's going at all times. Okay, they're throwing us through a creepy gauntlet here. Gonna make sure we survive. Process your data. Oh gosh, this one looks awesome. Holy cow, it's like a freaking... I don't have enough juice to fire off my mechanical eagle. Come on. This up attack is pretty sweet. It gives you a lot of verticality. You can kind of cheat some bosses this way as well. They'll like hover above you and you're like, I'm just gonna keep slashing at you. Which is fun. Oh my. Gosh, these things are like full of yucky goo or something, because as soon as I touch them, I die. What's this? I'm scared to go through here. Okay, that's gonna pop out and try and kill me. Roll right along. Man, do you think they have enough of these machines? Can we get a amen to no more evil robotic Russians? They're deadly. Alright, drop down. Yes. Fill up that health meter. As you can see, I only have like 25% of the health meter unlocked. That's another, oh gosh, power-up that you can pick up is the health meter. Health increases. This is going to be challenging. These guys are tough. That guy's stunned, so I should probably, oh god, oh my goodness gracious. Got to kind of get these guys to launch their arm in the wrong direction, so then you can take them out. Yes. Now I'm in super mode, as you can see, because I got a bunch of hits without getting a hit. only like the second or third time I've actually managed to do that, so I'm glad I was captured on camera. Boom, baby.
Test program unsuccessful. Subject remains.
Can I go through this one? Locate the black marker. Health upgrade. Yeah, baby. Alright. It definitely has like multiple pathways, so even though the meter marker is pointing me westward, I can still head east, and at this point I can't go any further. So there's a lot of guards and locks. It seems like you can come back and collect more things. There's collectibles as well, like art assets, also some survival like challenge stages. So there's not just like the I don't want to collect soundtracks and concept art, but there are actual things you can collect that are pretty cool. Alright, so I wanted to jump forward a little bit to show you a little more intense combat here in this sewage area. It's just about 10 minutes beyond where we left off. There's these creepy, like, sewage-spitting, gross bugs on the walls, a lot of guys, and huge environments just full of grossness. So we're going to go and dive down and see what they have in store. The game begins to look like a fireworks show once you have all this stuff going at the same time, once you're taking down tons of guys, gathering health, doing everything kind of in concert with each other. It's really, really pretty. Get out of here, bugs. I have to go that way. Yeah. They seem to only respond to charge strikes, so gotta make sure we do that and then waltz our way down the walls with his ever-useful ice picks. I recommend these steel picks. I don't know what you'd call these things, but I surely recommend them for everybody looking to be an awesome ninja, because they have saved my butt way more than one time. Okay. Ouch! That's painful. This guy is causing some actual problems, so we're gonna eliminate him. Okay, that is definitely poison goo. Don't want that. But these health blocks, whatever you call them, health orbs, I don't know, along the way, are kind of really freaking useful. Upsy daisy we go. Get out of my town. Okay, so the shield guys only go down with charge strikes. That's a very valuable attack to use, though. Stuns them and gets you kind of out of the way. Aerial attacks are kind of always my favorite in games like this. You know, it's not as deep as like a God of War or something in that vein, but there's enough here to kind of, I think, keep you going, at least for the duration, like I said, of the 5 to 6 hour campaign. It might not last, you know, if it was a 10-hour game or something like that at $60, but the systems implemented here are fun.
Last time, but now that all three of us are together, we are prepared. You don't stand a chance.
Alright, here's the boss battle we have been waiting for, fighting against these three Wind Sisters, and they have been fun to fight before, so it should be fun again. They're very pattern-based bosses. They require a lot of dexterity, coordination, quick on your feet, and for some people that might be frustrating. For me, it's a whole lot of fun. It definitely has a retro, old-school type feel, and I like that in boss battles. I like bosses that are patterned, that you have to memorize and kind of figure out and really use your own skills to defeat. It probably is making it look harder than it really is, because while they are challenging and you can die pretty quickly if you're not easy, I don't want to like give off the impression that I'm some master at this game. It's not that intensely hard. Did someone just spawn in? Oh my god, she brought her sister into play. Not cool. Not cool. There definitely is like a focus required though. Like, you got to be on your game to play this game. You know what I mean? Like, you can't really just hang tight. Okay, this is driving me crazy. These guys are crazy. Stop shooting me, sisters. It's not kind. Okay, I'm trying to kind of take out... I gotta get out of that fan. Sometimes they place health orbs in the battle, but there are none here, which kind of stinks. And now they swapped out. They're doing it like it's like some Marvel vs. Capcom 3 battle here. They're like swapping each other out as they get tired, which isn't fair. I can't swap out. That's not cool. As long as I just don't get hit by their like psychotic kicks. The red girl is the hardest because she actually fires a gun, which is like unavoidable. At least one of the hits. Oh my blazing. Okay, we got them all under half. Now they're all gonna fight me at once. Oh my dear god. Can I just say, this game is intense. Whew, my fingers. Okay. Blue girl is at the lowest. It would be great to take one of them out. I'm almost at like a charge meter, but I'm probably gonna get hit. Yep, there we go. It built up a little bit though. Blue girl, can you please go? Which one's blue? I can't even tell anymore. I feel like if I can just take one of them out. Yes, blue girl gone. Okay, now it's a little bit more manageable. Let's get the green girl out of here. Yes, I'm in crazy mode. This is good, this is good, this is good. Okay. I can reflect bullets. Maybe I can reflect her gun. I don't know if that's possible. I think we're gonna do it. I think as long as I'm smart here, we're gonna do it. Okay, don't do anything stupid, Strider. Yes? Okay. That attack is really good. Ugh, come on. Get out of here, green goblin, green giant, jolly, green pea, pretty, prissy, poop squad, yes. Oh.
But we shall rise again.
Whew, we unlock an ability. What a way to wrap things up. Option A, dipodal saucer. Okay, so it's basically a drone. We'll pop this guy in just so you can see what he's like. I've got drones on my side. And they stay for a while, it looks like, to protect me, which is pretty cool. And this game is pretty cool as well. I'm hoping you got a good sense of what Strider is all about. I recommend it. I don't think it's the greatest game in the world, but I'm really enjoying it. It is definitely a workout on your fingers. It's fast, it's furious, and I think it looks pretty darn pretty as well. Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. Take your pick, $15 available now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this format of a more quick look taste of is it worth it type review thingamabob. If you enjoyed, hit that like button. It helps me out a ton. And let me know your thoughts on Strider in the comments below. Guys and girls, thanks again. Hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, everybody, drink some hot chocolate. Have a fantastic day. And we will see you all later.